Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Let's see. Audio working. Connection fine. A little bit weird today, but I hope everything goes well. Had some errors here and there. Let me close this and that window. And we should be good. Welcome, my name is Ike. This is TAGN, the Angry Game News. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I talk about video games hardware, and the likes of those things. Movies, TV shows sometimes. So, yeah. We had kind of a lot of news, but the same news. A lot of talking about Valve, the Steam console, which will be released. We don't know. And we know a little bit about the hardware, though. We know a little bit about the capabilities of it, but we have no price. And when we don't have any price, we can't really say how well it's going to go. Because the Steam, like the Steam console, the Steam deck as such, this Steam machine, was already a thing now 10 years ago. You had just certain specs for the hardware, and then you can load up the Steam OS on it and play like the big Steam big picture on it fluently and all that, smoothly, without any hiccups and such. That's what they claimed back then. But it never really took off. They had even a controller for it, like an official controller. Even that didn't took off with it. So it went just silent, and now 10 years later, they announced a new machine, and let's see how well that goes. I had to refresh again. Strange, it doesn't not start up right away. I don't know what to tell you. Should do it, but obviously it doesn't do it on your end. Maybe you disabled it on your browser, not to autoplay if that is involved in your thing. Ahoy, Bimo. Ahoy, ouch, my junk. And yeah, let's get into the news. It was a little bit hard to decide what should I pick up as the main topic, and we have to address a certain company here. We don't have a lot of news about it, but I thought like this would be the perfect opportunity. Point out that KRAFTON, not our friend, and not the friend of developers. Now, all of the streams work fine, but whatever. Oh, I'm special. I'm special for BMO. Okay, $250 N64 reimagining analog 3D is finally shipping pre-orders. On Wednesday, Analog contacted pre-order customers to let them know that the retro device, which was originally announced in 2023 and planned to be released last year, will start shipping on November 18th. I mean, they still have time, therefore 4 days more time to delay it again on last minute. It would be weird if they do that and they would lose all the trust, but you never know. You never know, because the last delay was also like 3 weeks before the supposed shipment would have taken place. Yeah, who knows? All pre-orders will ship before December 1st, it is said, and the final date for pre-order customers to change their address or cancel their order is this Sunday, November 16. Analog 3D is a Nintendo 64-like console that plugs into modern HD TVs and plays physical N64 games in 4K resolution. It's said to be compatible with every original N64 game ever made, accepting cartridges from all regions, and includes 4 original-style controller ports. All them games? Ooh, that's a bold claim. I'm pretty sure they didn't test all the games completely through. You know, that they work perfectly. And I don't know if you can enable like a setting for the expansion pack for enhanced resolution, all that. Who knows? In other news, Bitcoin is under 95K right now. It goes up again. Don't worry. Don't worry. I started mining Bitcoin on my Apple notebook that was 2014, something like that. And you could still mine on your GPUs back then. It was doable. And we all know those stories about Bitcoin, by the way. Oh yeah, I bought pizza with Bitcoin. And I actually did. In hindsight, it was probably like the fucking most expensive pizza I ever had in my life. I paid roughly 0.11 Bitcoins. And it was a pizza. It was, of course, drinks, pop sodas, and the dessert, and maybe a salad. I don't remember exactly. But yes, I used my Bitcoin just to test it out because one shop in Switzerland claimed, yeah, we take Bitcoins too, and I just tested it out. Now that, like I said, would be the most expensive pizza I ever would have ordered. These days would be $9,500 roughly. Expensive as fuck. When pre-orders went live last year, the $250 console quickly sold out with a Q1 2025 release set. When this didn't happen, the company promised Analog 3D would ship in July. However, it was soon delayed twice more. Oi, haste. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's really a thing. Maybe they start shipping on the 1st. I don't think that all pre-orders will be shipped before the 1st. Hard to say. I like the design. They keep it very thin in that regard, but still sort of the same curves on it. It looks very neat. And $250 is actually not a lot of money for such a console. It's not emulation, it is an FPGA board in it, which has like real hardware that, for the lack of a word, I don't have a word right now, it emulates the hardware on the hardware level, not with software, let's put it that way. Field programmable array, whatever. It's gonna run perfectly fine, but yeah, I mean, will they ship all the consoles? Who knows? And yeah, every game works on it. They played all of the games through. How many games does the N64 have? How many games does the N64 have? And they say all regions, so all the cartridges. Japan, Africa, rest of Asia, Europe, North and South America. The Nintendo 64 has a total of 388 games released across all regions, says the all-knowing AI. Okay, if you say so, must be true. I have the Mega Drive analog system. N64 sub 30 FPS. Not all the games. Some games can actually reach 60 FPS. F-Zero, for example. Black Ops 7 DLC announced. Day 1 DLC announced supports military veterans. That came like on the last hour, pretty much for me on Wednesday. So it was not included in that news. Activision has announced the first DLC for Call of Duty. Call of Duty Black Ops 7, and it will be available at launch with proceeds going to military veterans via the company's Call of Duty Endowment charity. The Code Legacy Tracer Pack is modeled on the real-world veteran Danielle Green, who lost her arm in combat and later worked with the robotics company Open Bionics on a new prosthetic arm. Green, who is a Purple Heart recipient, lost her arm while deployed in Iraq in 2004 when an RPG blast ripped off a part of her left arm. The military police officer was conducting a rooftop security mission in Baghdad when her life changed forever. Now she has this prosthetic robot arm. I hope it's working well with that prosthetic robot arm and not like something like that in the future, you know? Might be hacked. Might be get hacked. Being jerked off without consent. I don't know, man. Green worked with Activision to create the DLC for Black Ops 7, she said. This Veterans Day is special to me because I get to give back to my community and give veterans an opportunity to find meaningful jobs by being a part of the Call of Duty endowment. The DLC will launch alongside Black Ops 7 on November 14. Pricing was not announced, but it will likely be a $20 like previous code charity bundles where all of the net proceeds will go to the charity, while military service people and veterans can get the DLC for free. Yeah, for free, but you have to like provide evidence that you are a real veteran, right? How you do that? I don't know. They have probably a website for that. I guess for a good cause overall in that sense. And she helps to get certain people jobs, maybe in coding, learn to code, right? That's good. That's okay. I can go along with that. But yeah, $20 for a DLC again. That pack includes weapons and body skins. Her character. Black, independent woman who needs no man, but needed a new arm. By the way, Black Ops 7 seems not to be super well received at the moment. It doesn't seem to go smoothly in the reviews from the magazines, from the portals themselves. Most of the all based on a lie. Yep, but she's still a badass. I mean, I don't know. It looks weird. You see, like her a real arm here. I'm not gonna play the video. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit here to make that picture a little bit bigger. Preview. Here seems her arm to end and the prosthetic to start. You see a little bit different color. Then she has the movable arm here. Kind of just weird looking, like a real cyborg there. So the Steam Machine was announced, and the VR headset 2 and the new controller. And now Phil Spencer pretends to be super happy for Valve. I don't think he's really congratulated them. I think he's kind of scared because he didn't probably expect Steam just to be releasing like the announcement right away after Xbox, Microsoft in general gets out of the hardware making themselves. As one of the largest publishers on Steam, Xbox boss Phil Spencer welcomes Steam Machine reveal. Announced on Wednesday alongside a new VR headset and a controller, Steam Machine is a 6-inch console-like cube with over 6 times the horsepower of the Steam Deck, which is designed to allow PC games to be played on the TV. Well, I hope it has way more power because how old is the Steam Deck itself? Like roughly 5 years now. So yeah, I really hope it's gonna be way more powerful. Commenting on the Steam Machine news on X, Phil Spencer claimed that it aligned with Xbox's own vision for gaming across hardware devices. Gaming moves forward when players and developers have more ways to play and create, especially across open platforms, he wrote. Expanding access across PC, consoles, and handheld devices reflects a future built on choice, core values that have guided Xbox's vision from the start. From the start? Lick my salty balls, you liar. You liar. Microsoft at the beginning, when they made their first console, they didn't have this envisioned, like having everything cross-platform, their own Xbox brand being on every other platform too, and all other platforms on Xbox. No, that's BS. They tried to be like a real competitor to PlayStation mainly. Because when PlayStation was big, PlayStation 2 and 1 and 2, Nintendo was like getting a little bit like behind, despite hardware-wise being head-to-head with Sony there, and Sega just leaving the market of hardware producing and in console making. So they tried to be a real competitor. So your vision is a lie here. As one of the largest publishers on Steam, we welcome new options for players to access games everywhere. Congrats on today's launch. I just don't trust him. I just don't trust him on such statements. I think that's all BS. I don't hear the beep, unfortunately. I don't know exactly why. Why don't I hear them beats? Let me check here. Everything is on. I should hear it, but I don't hear the notification. Oh, dear Sarge. The Xbox One was going to be Steam. Yeah, but their own Steam, meaning like their multimedia supercenter. And even then, it was nothing new, because Sony, again, with the PlayStation 2, tried that to make a thing too. They had a specialized PlayStation 2 in Japan, which was also able to record like TV. It was actually called PlayStation X because it had this multimedia capabilities. So it was nothing new with the Xbox One. It did it better, and it did it with HD and all that, of course, but nobody liked that, really. Nobody looked forward to have a console, a video game console, to be the center of multimedia in your house, making recordings on it, and I think I never get it to work on my end. So whatever. Here to listen to geek news I don't understand, but I makes it fun. Ahoy, ahoy. Microsoft misread the consumer, but it was just going to be Steam. Yeah. Maybe they didn't know. Is that what you mean? Had my morning cigar. Now going to blow some shit up warships while listening. I wonder if Sarge would pay World of Warships if they make it like only accessible if you pay it monthly. $2 per month, and see if Sarge would pay. But the irony is how popular Steam is now, but that was Xbox Vision with the One. The One, maybe a more cross-platform there, but he says Vision from the start, and Xbox didn't start with the Xbox One. That's my point. Just saying, man, just saying. So I think we are just being lied again, because he's afraid that Valve actually might get a lot of exposure now. Depends solely on the price. If this new Steam machine, the Steam Deck stationary, pretty much, if that machine is not over, let's say, $500, which it shouldn't be priced higher than $550, to be honest. But if it stays on $500, if it's going to be released and people can get it for that price, it's going to be a success. It's going to be a success. But the Valve engineers put a lot of thought in it. I just watched yesterday pretty much kind of a pre-tear down by Nexus on YouTube. They showed a little bit like the heat pipes and the cooling and where the storage comes, and that you can put in a full-length SSD in it and all that. So depending on the price, it can work out. If it's gonna be above $700, it's gonna just be like whatever, a low spec entry PC for many, because you can also install other OS. In the end, it's just a regular PC with a very unique cooling. But hardware-wise, it's not super performant. Not really. Why does your link in Discord go to the November 12th stream? Does it? Let me check. Maybe it didn't copy it over, really. Because I make like text files, I copy all the links in there and then go all over the places. Ooh, Social Stinger. Let's see, does it change or does it not? Oh yeah, you are very right. Is it the same with the YouTube link? That means I copied wrong also on X. Let's check the YouTube link. No, the YouTube link is correct. Why? Why is that? Rumble link is first. I do the Rumble link always first. Well, whatever, I fucked it up. Doesn't matter. It's the start of the weekend. Let's chill out, Mrs. Sarge. We can chill out together. Very calmly. Very calmly and easygoing. How about that? People who like me, they're gonna see it. People who follow me, they're gonna see it even better. Hopefully they get the notifications, right? YouTube is today. Yeah, that's what I said. Anyhow. Gamers Nexus, there aren't Linux guys, so it's just any other piece of kit to them. They are maybe not Linux guys. I guess I can agree with that, but they know still about Linux. But they are mainly hardware guys, and they go deep on the hardware level stuff. So doesn't matter to them if it's Linux or Windows. They are gonna consider like the OS in the whole process. So don't you fucking worry. Those are smart fuckers. Don't you worry. And let's stick to the company Valve, because right after the announcement of the Steam machine, of the new 2025 announcement Steam machine, rumors have been spreaded like we're gonna get also the Steam Deck 2 very soon. Valve says it's still waiting for better chips to power Steam Deck 2. Yesterday's announcement of new living room and VR hardware from Valve obviously has many gamers clamoring for any news of a more powerful version of the nearly 4-year-old Steam Deck. In a new interview with IGN, though, Valve software engineer Pierre-Luc Griffith, or however you pronounce that fucking name, sorry buddy, says that portable gaming silicon still hasn't advanced enough to justify brand new benchmark hardware. The thing we are making sure of is that it's a worthwhile enough performance upgrade for a Steam Deck 2 to make sense as a standalone product, Griffiths told IGN. We are not interested in getting to a point where it's 20 or 30 or even 50% more performance at the same battery life. We want something a little bit more demarcated than that. Yeah, I mean, he might be not wrong on that, but 50% more would be already quite a leap, actually, if you think about it. But then again, how much more advanced does it need to be? Because if you look at the Asus Ally X, the new Ally machine there, handheld, If you look at the Lenovo, what was the Lenovo called? I forgot the name, sorry. Those are very more performant. They are at least like double the performance, way higher resolution running games there on the screen. So yeah, what exactly are you waiting for here? I think you're waiting for something that is 3 times more performant than your 5-year-old hardware. And we probably don't need to wait too much longer, because in about 2-3 years we should get like the PS6 with all the hardware details, and it's probably going to be a PS6 handheld too. So yeah, maybe they are just playing safe. So we've been working back from silicon advancement and architectural improvements, and I think we have a pretty good idea of what the next version of the Steam Deck is going to be. But right now, there's no offerings in that landscape, in the SoC, System on Chip landscape, that we think would truly be a next-gen performance Steam Deck. And further down, you see like some comparisons and all that. And I take this guy by his word, because I think they know a little bit better what they are talking about, and they don't want to produce any flops. And the Steam Deck is pretty successful. Many people love that machine that plays a lot of the library of people who own the games, right, in their libraries. And I assume he knows what he's talking about, just waiting for some chip that is at least 3 times more performant with the same like battery life on the handheld marketplace there. Well, while someone is relaxing sinking ships, I need to load the car and get lunch so we can get to work and get home. It's hard work sinking ships, Mrs. Sarge. It's really hard work. Sitting in your pajamas, you know, in a recliner there, and clicking the buttons while listening to me. For him, that's like brutal work, doing 2 things at the same time. I don't really follow GN because they're mainly just hardware guys. They don't really evaluate software. Oh no, they don't really understand Linux. They have probably somebody in the team who knows about Linux. Don't you worry. And if they don't know exactly about software side, they usually connect to people that explain and help them to make a review and all that. So I don't doubt that they are competent enough to make a good review. I'm just saying, man. They are good with that stuff. I love the Steam Deck, and it's great in the gaming and emulation handheld. Why does your camera keep blinking, or should I just chill and get my work done? Does it blink? I don't know why. Can't tell you. If it does, well, deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. But let me keep an eye on it for a few seconds. I don't know if I saw a blink to the past. Oh yeah, it did. I don't know. Maybe my capture card is breaking. It's just a dongle. Yeah, it might be the capture card. Well, what can I say? I have right now not the money and the means to get a new capture card, so I'm gonna use my old capture card. This one is just 4K 60 FPS, just a dongle, and like quality-wise, it transfers it perfectly, but it seems to die on us. But it didn't do that yesterday, did it? Because I was over the same capture. No, I don't remember. Deal with it. It's just in the small window there. And it's just me. I'm black inside! Well, the capture card knows that. The capture card knows I'm black. A little bit black. It tries to make it black. Black. Ahoy, Godzilla. I'm not seeking Linux expertise for GN. Nobody told you that! Shut the fuck up, Haste! I'm just telling you, they know what they are doing with hardware, and because the hardware is tied to the Steam OS, and it's gonna depend on success with the Steam OS, and being like a smooth gameplay on the Steam OS, they need to consider that, and they will consider that too. Probably not a super long segment in their 30, 40 minute segment. I maybe like a quarter of that will be a software side, how well it works and what you should tweak to make it work better, whatever. But we have to wait for that anyway. We don't have the prize even yet. So chill your man titties on your body pillow there. Okay? Yeah, what a Linux fag he is. Stop playing with the dongle. No, playing with dongles is great. I knew he was going to. No, they don't consider that. They'll just say, go build a Windows PC. No, that's the thing. They were kind of impressed by the cooling solution. And it's like a big ass cooler on the small motherboard there. Why am this discussing and debating with you right now? You are gay.
Why are you gay?
Why are you gay though? Mention it again in about 30 minutes. In about 30 minutes, you're gonna leave here, Bimo, as usual. Your maximum stay is 1 hour, so you wouldn't even see it. Anyhow, are you a Horizon fan? Do you want the new Horizon? Well, Sony and NSoft got you covered. Just not on the PS5. Which is weird, being it licensed by Sony. NSoft announces MMORPG Horizon Steel Frontiers for PC, iOS, and Android. Pretty much just a mobile title, actually. Publisher and developer NCSoft under license from Sony Interactive Entertainment with support from PlayStation Studios and Guerrilla Games. Yes, that's how you actually pronounce it. Has announced Horizon Steel Frontiers, a massively multiplayer online RPG set in the world of the Horizon series. It will be available for PC via Purple, whatever that is. I didn't click on it. I don't want to know right now what platform that is. The name repels me a little bit. It sounds very gay. Platform called Purple. iOS and Android. A release date was not announced. And we have here some like general information. Genre, it's going to be the first MMORPG in the Horizon universe, a fierce survival adventure in a world where threats lurk at every turn. Robo almost all over behind every corner, pretty much, right? World, Deadlands, a frontier for machine hunters, embark on a new journey across an awe-inspiring landscape and a vast open world. Now, I mean, if they make it like open world in that sense, and being a massive multiplayer online RPG, I assume they need to expand the lore, and I assume you're gonna be in contact with Aloy somehow. Hard to say now, but other way it wouldn't make sense. It would probably break like the appeal to the franchise itself. Who knows? Combat inspired by Horizon's familiar hunting action. Experience large-scale raids with an advanced combat system. I mean, being like obviously a mobile game, I am not sure how well and how advanced it will be for mobile players there and how many And it's about raids. Sarge loves them raids. Maybe he should play like an Aloy figure. A redhead female. But the new redhead version of Aloy. The disgusting looking one. In certain regards. Platforms, mobile and PC via Purple, free play within one seamless world. Well, free play means you're going to pay it via microtransaction. Getting your crystals or your coins. Pay to win. Right there, man. Hayes is my Linux guy. Horizon. GN is Hardware Bros, and they just evaluated hardware samples. Hayes is the Ike's body pillow guy. I'm not gonna get like suggestions which body pillow I should buy, even if he is the biggest body pillow guy I know of. I'm not gonna trust him with body pillow suggestions. Okay, going to do the groundwork and then get in the kitchen where I belong. Did I say gonorrhea games? Yes, dear Sarge, gonorrhea games. Guerrilla, because it's a fucking Spanish word. I didn't invent it. I'm just saying it how you should pronounce it. Guerrilla, and not gorilla, like you would pronounce it. No, Sarge would go all jive. Gorilla, 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 go. So this game has raids, Sarge, and it's gonna be on mobile, so perfect for you. Perfect for Sarge. Doing the daily raids. Weird. Let's get a little bit into anime discussions here, anime talk. Jujutsu Kaisen Execution warns legal action against those recording the anime movie at the Japanese screenings. 10 years imprisonment, a fine of up to 10 million yen, or both. Depends on how mean you were with the recording. The reason why I took this news is like, obviously it's already illegal. Obviously, if you're gonna get caught, pretty much every fucking studio, I wouldn't know any studio which would be like, yeah, it's fine. You recorded it, okay. Pay a fine of maybe 100 yen and you're gonna be good. I'm pretty sure all the studios would want like the maximum if they find out. So, but this studio just being like stupid in that sense, trying to be the tough guy in the world of anime right now. Filming a movie inside a theater is a crime under the law for prevention of unauthorized recordings of films, said the Jujutsu Kaisen team via Twitter. If copyright infringement occurs in violation of the Film Piracy Prevention Law or the Copyright Act, penalties may include up to 10 years imprisonment or a fine up to 10 million yen, or both. Threatening prison time seems quite extreme, but the movie has yet to be released overseas, meaning that viewers who are posting clips are completely ruining the experience for fans who haven't seen the movie. Jujutsu Kaisen Execution hit theaters in Japan on November 7, but won't hit the UK until November 14, which is today. Worse yet, fans in the US have to wait until December 5th to see the film. So again, it's like nothing new. I don't know. I mean, I assume it's just marketing. It's just a little bit PR being now in the headlines, which they succeeded. Games Radar published this now as a news article. So probably they succeeded. Because the Copyright Act and the law to prevent unauthorized screenings, recordings, is already a thing. You don't need to threaten like again. It's already a law. If you break it and you're gonna get caught, you're gonna be punished. You're not telling anybody anything new here. But I guess they succeeded with being in the news. You mean like all of the North Americans says it like? Yeah, I know how you say it in English, but like I said, it's an Spanish word. Guerrilla. Guerrilla tactics. Coming from the bushes, from all sides, and shooting you from up. You don't know the terrain, you know. You know, Esse? It's not my invention. Just like it's zucchini and not zucchini. Like some gay guy in his pyjama in Arizona thinks it's pronounced. I mean, he's not alone again with that either, right? We are all wrong, yes. Juju Woods and what? Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 was fire. It's an okay anime, but it's not like the most amazing thing I've ever saw. Quality-wise, it's good. Story-wise, absolutely nothing new. Superhuman powers and fighting and demon fighting, and seems to be like a thing way more often coming up as a theme in Japan, fighting against demons, you know, taking off more. English, motherfucker. Yes, exactly. A guy who loves English. Hideo gay faggot tranny lover Kojima. That's what he is. Death Stranding's anime is unfortunately going to be locked behind the Disney Plus subscription. Oh no! The humanity, I can't watch this, whatever it's gonna be. Kojima Productions has announced its Death Stranding anime series will be heading exclusively to Disney Plus. Known for the time being as Death Stranding Isolations, the anime was officially announced by Hideo Kojima himself. I talked about it actually. An original story, the anime is set for release in 2027, with Kojima serving as executive producer while Takayuki Sano will direct. The team also shared some concept art for Death Stranding anime by Ghost in the Shell, SAC, 2045 character designer Ilya Kuvshinov. See below. We're not going to see below. The anime will be told through a traditional hand-drawn 2D animation style, with Japan's top animation talent working on the series. That sounds good, though, you know, that sounds good. Because a few months ago, we talked about what they showed us with this thing called Death Stranding Mosquito. And it was framed and named like the anime, that's being the anime and all that. But now it comes out that was just concept art. It really doesn't have anything to do with the anime. Maybe they did like last minute thinking there and changes, because it was not very well received overall, despite hardcore Kojima fans licking his balls, making them bloody, licking them so hard that he bleeds, the skin ripping on his balls by a fan licking there. It looked horrible. It looked like this very disgusting super cell shading, 3D animated, but like trying to be 2D stuff. And I made the comparison there. It doesn't look good. It reminded me instantly of some Berserk remake stuff, which was the same style, this 3D super cell shading, but looked very ugly. Low frame rate crap. Yeah, maybe they did last minute changes there, and now going back to 2D animation style, hand drawn. I mean, not on celluloids. They're gonna do it digitally on drawing pads and all that. So don't expect it to be like hand drawn on celluloids. Those times are over. Those times are over now for roughly about 25 years now. For at least 20 years, 99% of all anime are actually done completely digital, directly in computers. It's crazy to think about it, but that's how it is. And yes, I hope it's gonna be better. I'm not gonna get Disney Plus for that. But whatever. It's just good news that it's a different style, obviously. Ahoy Zorek! Kojima is overrated. He is, I mean, I think he is now overrated for sure. He can make a good story. I told that every time, and I'm gonna keep on that. He can tell stories, absolutely. But Overdose, fuck Overdose. Man, Overdose, what he's doing with Overdose, or just short title is OD. Why you need Hunter Schafer, a tranny? Why do you need a tranny as one of the main character? Ahoy Aramis, thank you for the raid there. Mr. Caribbean guy. How you doing? I like Chainsaw Man. I haven't seen Chainsaw Man yet, but I heard only good stuff about it. If the Death Stranding has a subbed version with Japanese dialogue, I'll check it out. Oh yeah, it's gonna be Japanese too. Don't worry about that. But he's gonna have probably like all the time English dialogue in his head, because that's just Kojima. That's just him. Never had Disney Plus, and I have no desire to. Come on, get it for me, ouch my junk. Pay me a subscription. How about that? No, I don't even want like free subscriptions. I don't care for Disney Plus at all. It doesn't offer anything for me that I think like, oh heck, yeah, that's on Disney Plus. I need to get Disney Plus. I can't think of anything. The only like animated stuff ever that I cared for Disney, even as an adult, was Gargoyles. You know, the Gargoyle TV show. And all 3 seasons are great. And I have it on DVD. I still have it on DVD. That one I didn't sold off. Other than that, I don't care for anything Disney really. And you can get it on the high seas, everywhere. I only have Disney with ESPN. Come on, Ike. My dick hurts now. Your dick hurts? Well, you can rant. Maybe it makes your dick hurt less, Zorak. Might be a try worth. I'm a fool. It's been a while since I raid. But you did it. Congrats. Finishing up a stream after arriving from work. Quite tired. Don't worry. Get to sleep then. Have a great stream, Mike. Thank you. And bye-bye. The John Williams documentary is on D+. I don't even know who John Williams is. I don't have a picture. I'm a visual guy. X-Men 97 is pretty good. Everything else, dumpster fire. Everything is dumpster fire. Everything. Supersonic. Oh, hi. Have I seen you here ever? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe you came just with the raid now. If you haven't followed yet, wow, unsubscribe. You have unsubscribed. I saw that BMO is no regular subscriber anymore of this channel. That saddened me. I cried yesterday the whole day after my great premium stream. 5.5 hours of painting Space Marines, Warhammer 40k. Was very enjoyable. I'm now in the looks for another set or something, by the way. See what's out there. And I told Haste already, no Harry Potter. No Harry Potter. I don't know if anything Harry Potter painting figures are out there, but no Harry Potter. I don't care for Harry Potter. I ordered some of my favorite sci-fi movies on Blu-ray 4K UHD pumped. Like what? What is there 4K worth? by Disney. Anyhow, so the anime is going to be 2D and it's going to be something else. So they cheated, they lied to us, I think. So Kojima once more not trustworthy. Whatever you saw, like when was that? 3 months ago? About 3 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. This Death Stranding mosquito thing is not a thing. That was just concept art. All of a sudden. I wonder why. Now, this news is a little bit confusing because we have many little things, many titles, many consoles, many systems. But I try to navigate through with you. Red Dead Redemption has been rated for Nintendo Switch 2, PS5, and Xbox Series XS. Red Dead Redemption, the first one. Red Dead Redemption was first released for PS3 and Xbox 360 on May 18, 2010, before getting PS4 and Nintendo Switch ports in August 2023. A new listening from ESRB suggests a current generation native version of the game is on the way. Earlier this year, it was claimed that the sequel, Red Dead Redemption 2, was coming to the Nintendo Switch 2 as part of Take-Two's wider support for Nintendo's new machine. The PS5 and Xbox Series consoles version of Red Dead Redemption 2 has also been widely rumored. But now we gonna get it, Red Dead Redemption, for those consoles, Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series XS, the first Red Dead Redemption. But a little bit later, now we got a little bit more news about the whole thing here, actually. Red Dead Redemption coming to the PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, iOS, and Android on December 2nd. So we have now a release date. Rockstar Games will release Red Dead Redemption for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Switch 2, iOS, and Android on December 2, the company announced. Users who own the game on PlayStation 4, Switch, or the backward-compatible Xbox One digital release will be able to upgrade to the new version for free. The PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 versions will also be available via the PlayStation Plus game catalog on the same day. The iOS and Android versions will also be playable for free with the Netflix subscription. I mean, they give you kind of like fan service here. If you have Netflix, you can play it for free. If you have it on the old consoles, or if you rather have the old consoles, going to be all backwards compatible and all that. So Rockstar doing some certain good works here. I approve that. I approve this announcement here. I never played Red Dead Redemption. I pretty much stopped on Red Dead Revolver. Have you ever played the originals there? Where it sets off with this new mechanic with a slow down, what was it called? The dead eye mechanics. It was very, very innovative back then on PlayStation 2 and Xbox. Red Dead Redemption, I was just not interested, still not interested. Red Dead Redemption 2, probably one of the best solo campaign with like a good story of a singular individual, single protagonist. Probably the best story out there. Cool, it's on PS Plus. I guess the Bob Ross of penis painting. I guess you want to see that. Why are you gay? Or better.
Oh my God, you're gay.
It's weird. Be more thinking about penises. And I am painting them. Audio R2 needs a PS5 version. It will come. I don't know why they waiting for that. And when it's going to be released on PlayStation 5 and Xbox X and S probably, of course, it might finally get private sessions. You might finally be able to cut out those modders on the PC version too. I'm telling you, that's what keeps away many people from playing it online. You have no real protection against those modders. It's just insane out there. Haven't played it now for a little bit longer than a year. It is very enjoyable, and I would be able to get into the game every day, just doing some missions and just hanging out together in some streams, with Red Dead Redemption Online. But yes, you have zero protection. I don't know why Rockstar can't do it like with GTA 5, making it private session-like. Can't be that hard. But yeah. You will know, Sarge. What did Sarge say? Let me check it out. Ike doesn't like Harry Potter, but is open to painting hairy penis. Oh, Sarge was the first who thought about penises. Of course it was Sarge. Why wouldn't you just think for no good reason about dicks? Good job, Sarge. Good job. 2001 Space Odyssey, Blade Runner, OGST, Wrath of Khan. Oh, Khan! I have the 4K 2001, actually. It's okay. But because it's like really an old movie, quality-wise it's fine, but back then you didn't have like the best cameras and the best lenses that could capture the light very well. So you have kind of a lot of distortions on the side, which I'm not a fan of. I'm just not a fan of that distortion stuff. And Stanley Kubrick did another movie which played, I think, in France in the Renaissance time, maybe, or later, like in the Revolution time, something like that. And he used zero artificial light, supposedly. They just used candles and all that, and they needed like big ass lenses that can capture the most amount of light. The problem with that is when you have lenses that can capture a lot of light, they are wide open. That's called wide open, like the blades inside are wide open. But that makes also the picture a little bit more fuzzy, and you can't focus super well. The focus distance needs to be spot on. And when somebody depends on the lens and the camera and the sensor, but back then the film reel, how far it is away, the focus will be out of focus of certain like subjects when you film it. It could be just a few inches, so they have to prepare every scene very carefully and all that. So, and you see that even in 2001 Odyssey, in scenes where it's like darkish, but you have to open the lens wide open, so you can see distortions, all that. I'm not a fan of that. You would know, Sarge? Yeah, he knows about those painting penis sessions. The context, bro. The context is gay. What context is there? Just gay. That's not the context. It's not crossplay, so console versions don't have to deal with modders. Okay. Well, then I'm fucked on PC. Whatever. The point stays the same. PC is no fun. Red Dead Redemption Online. It's no fun with the modders. Not even a little bit. I want GTA 4 on PS5. I'm not buying another console just to play it. Get a PC and a new PC, arch my junk and play it on your PC. How about that? See, anyway, disappearing. Oh, I wonder. 1 hour. I prophesy he's gonna leave anyway. And there he's gone. Bye, Beam. Oh, why did I scroll down? Let's keep our talk with Rockstar here. 220 Rockstar North staff have signed a letter demanding their fired colleagues are immediately reinstated. Earlier this month, Rockstar dismissed over 30 staff across its offices in the UK and Canada for what it called gross misconduct related to what it called the alleged leaking of company secrets in a public forum. We talked about that, and I think just the usage of the wording by a big corporation shows that it might be something going on with some misconduct and not being union busting. Earlier this week, the IWGB issued a legal claim against Rockstar, claiming the employees were dismissed in circumstances that we believe amount to victimization and collective dismissal linked to the trade union activity. Now, the union says 220 current employees at the Edinburgh-based Rockstar North have delivered a letter to senior management, condemning the firing of 31 employees and demanding the immediate reinstatement of their colleagues. Are they also all in the union? If not, why are you fighting for them exactly? What's going on? It's clear to everyone close to this situation that this is a blatant, unapologetic act of vicious union busting. Rockstar employs so many talented game developers, all of whom are crucial to making the game we put out. Yeah, lick my balls. So this union, the IWGB, now also did a legal claim in the sense of, in the UK, involving now the legislator, a court, I think, actually filed a statement to a court that it's about union busting. I don't know the outcome of all this. Maybe they're going to try to have some exposure, some disclosure in court, and maybe getting some trade secrets, some company secrets, some software secrets out there. This way, who knows? I think Rockstar knows what they are doing because there is no real benefit just firing 30 people there. You know, it's going to be like a small money amount, saving money amount there. I don't think they care for unions either. If you're going to get into the union, you're going to be fine. They can't really care for that because that's all legal in the UK union, joining and all that shit. So I don't know what they are trying to achieve here, this union, for those 30 people. They're in the headlines the whole time, so it's free, I guess, advertisement for the union. Because they have nothing to lose, really. The union itself has nothing to lose. But they are all the time in the headlines. And now 220 ex-colleagues, they are now ex-colleagues, signed a letter putting it on the table of the higher management. Oh, we want our colleagues back. Now you have to look out for your own ass. I'm just saying. You might get fired soon yourself. Barry Lyndon. Was that the movie I was talking about? Big lenses. Yeah, big lenses, a lot of glass, and heavier. I have to hunt that one down. Been a long time since I've seen. And the chat. Is the chat okay? Yeah, the chat is okay. I don't hear any notifications for whatever reason. My computer is fucked. Now, we get news about the biggest fan of Nintendo. And I didn't know it. Now everybody is knowing it. Princess Rosalina, voice actor and Nintendo mega fan, Brie Larson once threw her boyfriend out of the house over a Super Mario Galaxy argument. He said that I was taking it too seriously. I don't know if I can trust that story. If I can trust all the fan talk about Brie Larson and Nintendo here. Brie Larson has joined the cast of the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which is fitting considering that the actor is a massive fan of the franchise. So much so that it even affected one of her past relationships. I threw my first boyfriend out of my house because I was trying to beat the final level in Super Mario Galaxy, Larson said in an interview on her official YouTube channel. He said I was taking it too seriously, so I threw him out of my house. Now, I think he dodged a bullet there, if that's true. That means you really took it too seriously. But not because you love the game so much, because you love the company Nintendo so much, because you love the franchise of Mario so much. I think if you did that, you're probably crazy. You probably are crazy. If that was his own real statement, small statement, and like one statement only, and you're throwing it out of the house. Just saying. Larson's love for all things Nintendo has been well documented over the years. And not well enough. I never heard of that being that lady being such a fan. Dating all the way back to 2005 when she revealed to IGN that she had a Nintendo-themed 15th birthday party and wanted to marry Luigi. Wait, Luigi is gay and he wants to marry World of Gaming. Just saying. You had no chance there. Oh, maybe different Luigi. In 2018, the actor dressed up as Metroid's very own Zero Suit Samus and later told the Animal Talking podcast that she'd love to play Samus Aran in a live-action Metroid movie. In 2020, Larson, who has owned every Nintendo console from the NES to the Wii, starred in a commercial for the Switch. I don't know if she was really such a big fan. Maybe she is. 15th birthday party, Nintendo themed. Okay. She wants to be Samus in a movie. Okay. Maybe that's why she was so happy playing Marvel in the Marvel movie. Captain Marvel movie. Could be a connection there. But she can't run. I hate that fact. She can't run for her life, man. Have you ever looked at her running? Just go search. Brie Larson running. That girl can't run, man. But I think she has a nice rack. Not a big rack, but I think she has a nice rack. Before we come to that, let's go to the other side news. It's gonna be a little shorter show today. That's the movie you were talking about. Good move, Brie's boyfriend. I think I still have a double VHS of it. You probably don't have a VHS player, dear Sarge. So why owning a VHS? Brie Larson was cute in 21 First Jump Street. You mean the movie, not the original. Because she's pretty young. How old is she? Like 33-ish? Brie Larson. Larson. Age. The all-knowing AI will tell us. 36-ish. Maybe she had a guest role as a kid. But I'm pretty sure you mean the movie. I think we still have the VHS player hidden somewhere here. In your little chaos. In the garage, maybe? Where it has molten into some plastic lumps. I had to look up Brie Larson. Heard the name before, but no idea what she was in. Probably their most famous role was Captain Marvel, you know, Disney Captain Marvel. We just play a stashed in Ike's room, in my room. I don't have any rooms in the US because the US doesn't want me. Very simple. Crystal Dynamics lays off 30 more workers in third wave of cuts this year. Crystal Dynamics has laid off another 30 workers in a reconstruction today, making this the third wave of layoffs this year. This news was announced by Crystal Dynamics in a post on LinkedIn, in which the company stated it would restructure the company and business for our next generation. To our players, as the realities of the industry continue to evolve, we've made the painful choices as a way to optimize the continued development of our flagship Tomb Raider game, as well as the shaping of the rest of the studio to make new games for the future. That's like pretty much the only thing they still own and can make anything out of it, which is not a good future, just saying. Not a good future. Crystal Dynamics previously laid off an unknown number of workers in August of this year, following the cancellation of the Perfect Dark by Xbox, which Crystal Dynamics had been supporting. At the moment, Tomb Raider is the only known project in the works at Crystal Dynamics, with Amazon Games expected to publish. Earlier this year, it released Tomb Raider 4 to 6 Remastered, and last year remasters of the first 3 Tomb Raiders and Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2, which actually was a good remaster, Soul Reaver. And they even listened to the fans. Because there was a statue at one point, I don't remember which Soul Reaver, and it was a female statue. It had boobies. You know, those tits, stone tits, big stone tits. And they fucked up the design in the remaster. And fans were not happy. Fans pointed that out immediately after they spotted that. And they actually, on the release, they fixed that. Made their tits look like female tits. Stone tits, but still tits. Which was weird. I mean, Soul Reaver Remaster Stone statue. If you maybe search it like that, you might find it. Yeah, I think that was the first version they showed us. Why is Brave so slow? Yeah, I guess this picture is like enough. So that was the remastered first version they showed to the people. People were pissed, fans were pissed. And now we got a more titties, more round titties. A nice hip here, you know. Makes sense. So I don't wish anything bad for Crystal Dynamics. I hope it goes well for them. Because obviously they listened to fans. They didn't want to piss off too many people. But yeah, they had to lay off more because it doesn't seem to go well for them. And their main franchise, Tomb Raider. Make Tomb Raider great again. Give Lara Croft big jugs and it's gonna work out well. People would just buy it just because of big titties. Just saying. Never watched Captain Marvel. Not into superhero shit after so many movies plus giant power stuff is a book. Why not?
Black girl magic!
You had Black Girl Magic. Or do you even hear it?
Black girl magic!
I hope it didn't saw the soundboard.
Black girl magic!
That was from the second Captain Marvel movie. And Nick Fury said that phrase. The female actor, the black female, the character in the movie was like, I don't know how, blah, blah, blah. And Nick Fury was just, black girl magic. Sure, that's how it works. Weird. She looks like a bony stick person. I mean, she got thinner over time, that's for sure. At least that Scarlet chick had some booty. And even Scarlett Johansson. Scarlett Johansson. Even she got thinner. That's just Hollywood. Like preaching, yeah, body positivity, but I don't want to get too thick here. Make your kids throw up because they are too thick. How about that? They gave her an Oscar for The Room almost 10 years ago. Who, Brie Larson? Well, the Oscars are nothing worth anyhow, so don't care for that. Yes, she's a little thinner than I'd like, says Ouch My Junk. Because Ouch My Junk wants them thick ladies to jump on his junk. He likes that pain. Never even heard of it. Some guys like bony bitches, but when a woman is built like a 12-year-old boy, I wonder. I mean, I haven't seen like her pictures from last year, I would say, or this year from either Scarlett Johansson or Brie Larson. I wouldn't call them 12-year-old boys built. Not yet, at least. And yes, when people are into that shit, yes, I wonder too. I wonder a lot. Go ahead, sweetheart, I have a cheeseburger. Lol. Back, I saw the ad call out for Captain Marvel, but double in Fayetteville, Georgia. What are you talking about? I don't like to see ribs on a girl. Yes, give a girl a sandwich. How about that? Let's stick on movies for a second here. Just as a side note, though, I am not sure how serious he is. On the other hand, it's Christopher Nolan. Christopher Nolan says he shot almost 400 miles of film for the Odyssey, including 4 months on the open sea. Christopher Nolan's monumental adaptation of Homer's enduring classic tale, The Odyssey, recently wrapped filming after just over 3 months of production, with the author-director telling Empire that he shot over 2 million feet of film, nearly 400 miles worth, including filming on the open ocean. To accomplish this feat, Nolan says he personally spent 4 months at sea, calling the experience pretty primal. We shot over 2 million feet of film, Nolan explains. We got the cast to play the crew of Odysseus' ship out there on the real waves, in the real places. I mean, I assume it's all true what he's telling us. That he does it on film, because there are digital IMAX cameras, so I don't know why you need to shoot it on real film. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit that. I mean, you're gonna digitalize it anyway, so what's the point here? I don't understand it really. Those digital cameras are very well equipped these days. Maybe it was also a question of costs. Maybe the film reels are cheaper for IMAX stuff. I don't know that part. But it's crazy that he wanted to film it on IMAX, the whole thing. Pretty much the whole thing. On real film. I think it's a stupid idea, but... Hey man, he's dedicated to the quality in that sense. Kudos to him for that. Now he has to go over those 400 miles of film. Find the right material to cut. I was referring to an ad Marvel posted to recruit the butt double for Captain Marvel's filming. Marvel used to film and produce in Georgia. A lot of stuff is filmed in Georgia because I think they have like a lot of benefits, taxes-wise. Like tax returns and all that in Georgia. When you film in Georgia, you can write it off easier. Pay less taxes, right? Still thing, I think. But I talked about this 2 months ago, where California tries to bring more filming back to California, giving them tax benefits. Almost every time they give an Oscar to someone just starting out is a bad omen. Might be. Don't know for real. Because Oscars should be for like the performance, really. Should be a sign of quality. And if you're an upcoming superstar, if you just come out of nowhere, you know, and you can act and do it like spot on and show emotions, and you can pretend to have those emotions, I don't care how long you have been acting. But yes, probably not a real thing when a newcomer getting an Oscar right away. You're onto something there. Fayetteville is like 20 minutes from me. And sounds very French. Very French there. What do you think about Nolan doing it on film? His newest creation here. I mean, if you know a little bit about movie making, like just on the technical aspect, I think it's just snobbish if you really want to do it desperately on film, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just me. Now to the last news, and telling you that KRAFTON doesn't give a shit about you, doesn't give a shit about their employees. Because they call themselves now an AI first company. It is weird, but it is what it is. KRAFTON launches voluntary resignation program as it focuses on becoming an AI first company. KRAFTON has launched a voluntary resignation program as it ramps up its focus on being AI first company. Last month, ahead of reporting a record high cumulative performance in its Q3 2025 financial report, Subnautica 2 and PUBG publisher KRAFTON announced it was positioning itself as an AI first company. I mean, I guess they are very direct, very open about it, at least. Nolan doing it on film? I bet he did it on film. I bet with you he did it on film. Probably not in this project he is right now doing. And I said the project he's doing on film. Not whatever he is doing privately. He's doing on IMAX on film. Would be weird. I would not be surprised if he used like maybe one reel to film something. The publisher said it would be prioritizing AI as a central and primary means of problem solving and fostering change in individuals and organizations, increasing company-wide productivity, and accelerating mid to long-term corporate value growth. Yeah, I mean, again, very direct, like, we want to use as much AI as possible in as many projects as possible to enhance the production of our stuff, produce content for PUBG, new maps, new weapons, whatever, right? New skins, new helmets, and all with AI easier doable. Okay. Okay. Sounds weird to me, man, but I think it's at least honest, probably. Now, as of yesterday, November 12th, KRAFTON is inviting Korean staff to apply for special severance packages, thought to be worth between 6 and 36 months' salary, depending upon grade and service. And I mean, it's kind of fair in that sense, between 6 and 36 months worth salary, if you just do it like voluntarily resignation. But you want to have it on paper first and then resign, right? Otherwise, you're gonna have probably a tough time. Like there'd be maybe, well, do you have any signs, any signature on a leave from us here that you get 6 months salary as exit? Get it on paper first and then resign. According to Business Korea, as reported by Ottoman, KRAFTON insists its reorganization isn't to cut headcount. Can that be true, though? Why you proposed that voluntary resignation program in the first place, though? If it's not about headcount cutting. I think that's bullshit there. You're being very open about AI, very direct, what you're trying to achieve here, that it's going to be more productive for you and all that. And then telling everybody, while you resign, it's not going to be about the headcount. I think that's just a lie there. Thank you, ball of tennis. I hear voices. Lol. I have on my notebook in my bedroom the Social Ninja streamer open, and somehow it's connected to the API here. And I heard Arnie screaming. Ahoy, ball of tennis, and thank you very much for the $5. Let's all appreciate that 2 people took time out of their busy schedule to thumbs down and stream it that only has 12 people watching. I mean, go for it. As long as the chat is active, I don't give a flying fuck, to be honest. And Dean joins with penis because he also wants to be gay. Good on you, Dean. Guys, he just looked at my penis. I just realized now you're being in the chat, so you liar. You're a
Liar, whore, and you know it.
He knows it very well. It's like the movie Waiting, where the challenge is to trick others to see your dick. No. Nolan has been a hit or miss for me. Its best work to me was 25 years ago. Memento. I mean, it's a nice movie. But other than that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. And again, Rumble is fucking around. Can't pin the rant here. Try hard, but I can't.
Oh shit!
And he comes in with a gifted too after the rant. Double appreciated there, ball of tennis. And Supersonic got it. Isn't that nice? Keeping the chat red. I mean, despite he himself has another gifted. Anybody else? Gift him some back. Where was I? The core purpose is to support members in proactively designing their growth direction and embarking on new challenges, both inside and outside the company, amid the era of AI transformation, a KRAFTON spokesperson told Business Korea. The company plans to support members in autonomously deciding whether to continue the direction of change internally or expand externally. Well, if you resign, it's not about internal change, so you're bullshitting again here. I don't understand again. After you just told the whole world you are AI first company and giving salaries worth from 6 months up to 36 months in a resignation program. If they resign, I'm pretty sure you're not going to give a jack shit about their growth in their career outside the company. You're not going to get them back. Why they would need a resignation in the first place? Weirdos. But yes, KRAFTON being silly. Mrs. Sarge with a gifted. She has gifted 6 this week alone. I think she just misses me for some odd reason.
Oh shit!
No, not We Are the Show.
Oh, hell yeah!
That guy didn't deserve it. Mrs. Sarge. We are at the end here. But at least Ball of Tennis got it.
Oh shit!
And I mean, you're gonna get like a premium show sooner or later, so look out for that. Next month, though. Next month. Now, because everything went so great, let's do an ad read to celebrate that. I have to do the one more ad read. But on the other hand, Rumble either is slow this week, or they are not pleased with my reading. Despite my reading being one of the best in the ad read department. Just saying. And I'm going to prove what I mean right now. Oh, wait. Maybe not this one. Maybe let's do this one. Because it's super short. It's going to be clean. Looking for a comfortable but unique option for your gaming setup? Check out technisportsusa.com. With a wide range of ergonomic chairs in an array of colors, you will definitely bring your setup to the next level. Always comfy, never boring. Technisport. Use code RUMBLE for 10% off entire order. Just saying. Just fucking saying. I joined Admiral Smoothrod's stream for me early this morning. For him, it was pretty much towards the end. And when I hear others read the ads, I'm just gonna be like super humble right now. They struggle with the reading. It's a little bit weird. I train myself every day though. With the ad reads here on my news show. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern. I talk about video games hardware, movies, and TV shows. And today we got very generous people like Ball of Tennis. Ball of Tennis, look out for him if you are into weapons. He makes short videos just plainly showing you the weapon, the gun in his hand, how it looks, and shoots into the pond, making it less lead poison every day a little bit more. it seems. Yeah, it just shows you very simple, short videos, how the weapon works, how it sounds, how it looks, how it shoots. Not a lot of comments on those, but if you're into guns, you should check out Ball of Tennis. Generous, one gifted and one rent. $5 each. Dollar bill, yeah, $5. And Mrs. Sarge wanted to make the chat red, and she succeeded. 2 gifted. Today alone. Maybe the ad reads, the ass reads struggles with your accent. No, they have like confirmed so far everything else. And my accent was, you just heard that fucking ad read. It was energetic, it was spot on, it was in your face. You want now a chair, don't lie to me. That's what he wrote, as read. I'm reading how he writes it, just saying. Crap, I hope that doesn't show up anywhere publicly. You're gonna get an email, how about that? Back to cooking before I burn lunch. I mean, Sarge loves the burnt shit. The acrylamide, cancer-infusing food. He loves that. He wants ball cancer, Mrs. Sarge. That's a fast-looking chair. Imagine getting a handy while on that bad boy. You can imagine that. Looks like we got ourselves a reader. Does this foreigner have marbles in his mouth? All bar. This foreigner read the ad read perfectly. Perfectly! Like I said, others struggle like big times with the ad reads. So I'm very confident with the ads reads on my end. And making them monies. But yes, it's usually they are like very late with the confirming and approving stuff. But it did never take longer than 2 days. And now it's Friday. I did the last ad reads on Wednesday. They just need to approve those 2, man. And now you're not going to get any more ad reads for the rest of this month. I'm going to keep repeating myself. I don't think it's a good way to do it by Rumble to keep people in the creator program. But yeah, it's Rumble. It's their decision. And for now, I'm okay with doing 5 and the 5 hours of premium content, which now you can watch. Now you can watch that the show from yesterday. It was very, very chill. I liked it. There you go, using all the weird emotes there. You're gonna sell so much chair. I wonder if anybody's gonna buy anything ever. But I like it. My life is complete a full hike experience. Isn't that what matters in your life? The hike experience? Again, you can get the hike experience at least 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, here on this channel. The gaming news, the angry game news. TAGN! Just like I tag your mom! But yes, we are over with the news. It was a lot of news, but like same news over and over again. Talking about our graders being on a hype train, being on a successful hype train, making them monies. And you're gonna see some Call of Duty Black Ops 7 reviews, and now it's being released today. So let's see how that goes with players. Maybe our raiders being just ignored, who knows? since that is out there, but many people love Arc Raiders. That's just a fact. Seems to be beloved, successful game. Had to set up coffee and get dressed for work. He gets dressed up for work. Not only that, he's in the cleaning business. So he's gonna get dirty in his business. He's cleaning offices. And he needs to be clean for that work. So he's gonna shower before work. I wouldn't do it this way. I wouldn't do it in this order. I would shower after the work. After the work that is just cleaning other places. Because you're gonna get dirty. Well, at least a little bit more dirty, you know? So you should shower after the work, Sarge. I'm gonna stick with that. Who are the two gargling cocksuckers who downloaded this guy? If you find them, tell them a story. I don't know what to tell to you, Sarge. It's too late now, but I should have invited you to hang in Tulsa. I actually thought about going to Tulsa because I wanted to see different places. And Tulsa was one of those spots. You know, I wanted to see, kind of. But yes, it's not going to happen now anymore. What can I say? What can I say? Wanted to see the Tulsa King, which, by the way, season 3 is, I think, either finished. I just finished streaming, or it's gonna be on the last 2 episodes there. Tulsa King season 3. Good show overall. Enjoyable show. We know, Stinky, the pipe has water all day. I shower after morning, early afternoon shits. Yeah. Okay. Tulsa is a nice show. Okay. And it was not because of Tulsa King. It was, I don't know, I just looked up the map of the US where I could drive with the Greyhound bus, with the Flixbus. Seeing like the landscape, driving to a whole state and all that. And Tulsa was one of those spots on the bus map there. But yes, not gonna happen. Lunch is ready, dear Sarge. Well, he needs to shit and shower right now. Now he can't decide. Shitting, eating, shitting, eating. Now you're gonna confuse him. Go to Florida and try some meth. Immerse yourself in culture. I think he didn't understood that I can't go to the US right now at all. Tulsa hosts the biggest gun show in the world. They also have a zoo and landmark diner, Tallis. Okay. Good to know. Good to know that I can't go there either. Good to know. Put down your BBC. That's Mrs. Sarge. And do some butt shots in Florida. That sounds something you would do, Haste? After your hunt for the next body pillow? Maybe Haste wants a DeSantis body pillow. Do them at the same time to maximize efficiency. Shitting and eating. Have you not learned from animals that they, not even they shit where they eat? What a stupid suggestion. I would love a shower with garbage disposal. What the fuck? It's getting weird. It's getting weird in the chat. Let's end it here. Let's end it here. Shall we rate somebody? Because supposedly we have a few people watching me right now. And when we are over 20 people, we might want to raid certain people. Oh no, Silvercock is streaming. Shall we raid Silvercock? Just for Sarge? Doesn't look very raid friendly here. Not super raid friendly here. I'm a little bit disappointed, just say. You know what? You know what? Let's give you another guy with an accent. I can't view and watch him right now because somebody is there I don't like. But you're gonna see who's gonna be rated in a second. Thank you very much for the 2 gifted, Mrs. Sarge. Thank you for the gifted ball of tennis. 10. Thank you for the 1 rand ball of tennis. Making the big monies today. I wish you a happy weekend, wherever that might be, and whichever spot on this planet you are living. I hope you have a great rest of that day. I'm gonna see you probably on Sunday doing more Final Fantasy VII because it's a great game and we have voice mod on, so we don't need to look at the display all the time. You're gonna hear the characters talk. Yeah, thank you and take care. Bye bye. Yeah, I don't know what happened there with the Social Ninja streamer. Not showing any names. My machine behaving weirdly. Camera flickering. No notifications when the chat comes in. But I say it manually. Big thank you, Mrs. Sarge. And ball of tennis!